I was relatively busy this week. Hey guys, welcome back to the week's project. I think we are in episode. It's between like 22, 23, maybe 21. I'm not too sure. Normally, what happens is when I post these videos, they're just out of my mind. I forget about them. It's just like a blocked capsule in time. So, yeah. Um, let's talk about like minutes of, let's call it, last week's meeting. I was talking about this turning point that I was on or in, where I was at this point where I wanted to become a filmmaker and not a videographer, or I was trying to make that transition by taking more ownership of what you create, taking more ownership of your content, making a creative artistic stamp on your work. And what I came to realize this week is that it's not just in the creative aspect of that. I mean, it's all fair and well and probably necessary to have your artistic stamp visually, um, because that's ultimately what people see. But you also need to have it on the administrative, logistical, producial side, where you need to know how to um, produce the content on all aspects. And I'm just gonna bring up an example because I'm waffling right now. So the content that I create for Neighborhood, that was where I thought I could probably put my artistic stamp on it, because I have, or I am given, luckily, quite a bit of creative freedom with regards to how I create the content. I'll obviously get feedback from the team to see, oh, if they liked this part, maybe this could be changed. But for the most part, I have carte blanche in terms of creative control. um so I thought, okay, that'll be the best place for me to start, actually putting my own side Safedine stamp on my work. And we currently like planning a marketing strategy for one of the new locations that are going to be opening up in neighborhood pretty soon. And that was where I realized why I hate meetings. Because meetings, for the most part, I'd say they're 60 to 70% unproductive, because there's just a lot of ideas. And, well, I wouldn't say meetings, let's say brainstorm meetings, because it's a lot of ideas and everything just gets thrown into this melting pot, and for the most part nothing really gets done about it. So that was where I realized that personally I needed to take ownership of the whole process if I wanted to actually put my stamp on that work. So that would entail shooting days, cost, creative direction, scheduling dates, scheduling people to actually come and help shoot it, not just cost, other people who help on the logistical side behind the scenes. Um, that was where I realized that that was probably an area where I was lacking, because I liked to think that it was just all it took was being able to make a good picture, but there's a lot that actually goes into putting yourself in the right position to make a good picture. Um, so yeah, that's addressing last week's minutes of the meeting. Um, yeah, I need to I need to figure out like a structure of how a project needs to be approached. Especially, well, I think I need to especially learn about the pre-production process. Because a lot of the times I'll just imagine what I want to do in my head and then go to it like that. And I feel like the process would be much smoother, and yeah, it would just run much smoother if I had proper pre-production processes set in place. And if that's smoother, it just helps you create the actual pictures even easier. Um, and when you can make these cinematic sequences easier, it helps you to focus more on the creative. So it's easier for you to focus on getting a good shot when you don't have to focus on getting someone on a location. So it's the pre-production that really just supports the production. Um, yeah, that's that. Um, with that being said, though, still very much enjoying everything that I'm doing. It's been I've been quite busy. Um, and I know I kept saying last week I'm not that busy. I'm not that busy, but I was relatively busy this week. Shooting a lot of content and stuff. Um, but for some reason, I've really been struggling with, like, I wouldn't say motivation, because I do what I have to do. Like, I go into work when they need me, I shoot the content, I get the work done. But there's like almost like an underlying bleh feeling. I don't know what it is. I'm inclined to blame it on the winter weather because it's cold in the mornings and shit. But I really don't know. I'm also inclined to blame it on not going to the gym. Um, because I haven't been going to the gym for like, well, I probably went like once in the past 2 weeks and then twice in the past 3 weeks. Um, and I think that does take a bit of a toll. But I also haven't felt like this super huge urge to force myself to go to the gym. So I don't know. There's a lot of factors that are playing at it, and I'm not too sure what it is. I just hope that it goes away soon. Like, trying to ride the wave, riding the negative wave. Trying not to drown. But yeah, I'm really not too sure. Like, I'm even struggling to find motivation to make these week's videos. Um, because and it's not even that there's not a lot going on, because there's a lot going on. Um, but the, I really don't know. And I think from the outside looking in, it's very difficult to understand what I'm saying, because if you know me personally, you know the things that I do for work, and you know the things that I do when I don't work. So it would be difficult for one to see where well, it would be difficult for one to see how there's a lack of motivation and energy from my side. But I don't know, it's just something that's inwardly pressing me, because I don't know what it is. And it's not it's not like depression or any of that, luckily. But yeah, I've been trying to wake up a bit earlier, getting more fresh air. I'm thinking that would help, but that worked for like one morning. um I don't know, I feel like I need to start a morning routine. I need to get a proper, wake up, make your bed, get up, go outside, breathe for like 2 minutes, take in the sun, just get some fresh air, come back inside, make coffee, and make breakfast or whatever. Just like some very simple, easy to follow morning routine, just so just so that it helps. There's a chance that it could help this low motivation period that I'm going through. I'm also hoping that it is just a period and not a long term thing. Because I'm fully aware of, the that we everything's cyclical. Like, there'll be times when you are super motivated, you feel like you have so much energy, and you can do everything, you can take on the world. And then there's other times where it's like, yo, don't really lust to do that much. So yeah, luckily I've still been managing to get my work done for the most part. Um, and yeah, I think I'll end it there. I've just been talking for a while now, and I'm happy that I at least took some time to sit on my bed and talk about what's going on in my head. Um, yeah, maybe this is a start. Maybe recording this when I really don't list to record it is a start. Um, to next week being a better week, having a morning routine. Yeah. Before I go, I feel like I need to say this every single episode. that I'm super, super, super grateful for being in the situation that I'm in. Um, I went to go fetch the bed that me and my future wife are going to be sleeping on. In the in the last episode, I said of the bed that we are going to be living on. We're not going to be living on a bed. Um, yeah, I went to go collect it today. So that was a fun adventure and a fun start to a way bigger chapter of my life, which will be fun to see how that turns out. So there's so many things in my life that I'm grateful for, and I think taking the time out to say in every episode that I am grateful for it reminds me that I need to be grateful for it. So yeah, I think I'll end it there. Um, if you guys enjoyed the episode, feel free to give it a comment. Yeah, I'm saying this with such mindless. But if you did, for some reason, enjoy this more than usual, if it struck a chord with you, feel free to give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe, do all that good things. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Safety. I'll come to you again.